Well, welcome back to Digger Detecting, guys. Welcome also to the backyard. And look, we're not detecting today. This is going to be a bit of a different video, and this is going to fall in line with some of the new videos that we're going to be creating and putting out there for the start of 2024. And I'm super excited to do so. So we've got a lot of different ideas. And look, this one has just sort of been sprung upon us, and it's the old VS Commodore. Now, there's a bit of a story behind how we got it. We did actually purchase it very, very cheaply, basically off a bloke nicknamed Flip. And the reason being why we got it so cheap is because, well, Flip is, look, he's getting on a bit. He is actually doing away with his license, and this car was going to go to the wreckers. He was going to just go get, scrapped and parted out, even crushed in future. So could not let that happen. It's a 1996 VS Commodore. It's only an executive, as you can see. So look, she's base model, hand wind windows, no power windows, no climate control, no cruise control, I don't think either. However, it's a good solid running motor, V6 Ecotec engine. It's got a good gearbox behind it. Look, it's been well looked after. It was filthy when we first picked it up. It doesn't look that way now. We spent hours in the engine bay here cleaning, degreasing, and scrubbing with a toothbrush. So look, it's still got a long way to go. Outside we have not cleaned or touched anything. It's pretty much the way we picked it up. We gave it a quick broom and a brush just so we could see out the windows driving it home. And it was quite an adventurous trip home too, because as you can see over the back there, we've got half the exhaust laying out. The reason being, it's broken off just before the diff. Just after the catalytic converter, the exhaust is snapped off. So not to worry. It was quite a fun trip home too. We had the alternator catch fire. We even had, the battery the wrong way around just to get it home, and we had to first get it started, which was a bit of an effort too. We had to keep jumping it and even swap a battery. So look, what we're going to do is do this car up. We're going to clean the heck out of it, which we're already halfway through the process of doing at the moment, and we're going to keep going in future and show you just what we can do to this car. And look, I'm in two minds. When I first bought it, I bought it very cheap, as I said. When I first bought it, look, I thought about keeping it, or I thought about selling it, sorry, just buying it cheap, doing it up and flipping it off a bloke named Flip. Funnily enough, his nickname's Flip. But look, I'm sort of in two minds now. I'm just wondering whether I do keep it, but I'll still decide that as we go. So as you can see, we've got carpet out, we've got seats out, we've got a lot going on. But first, let me show you how we got it.
I think it's VR, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it's VR.
Hang on, Flip. Thanks. Right when you look at your car. All right.
How are you, Flip?
Good, thanks.
That's the way, mate. Sorry, mate, you cancelled the registration.
Oh, got a bloody week to go.
Yep. Yep.
And new tyres and, yeah.
I was just looking at that, new tyres, yeah, right round. She's an executive, so base model exec.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Looks pretty good.
yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Got one kick out 6 o'clock. Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, mind if I pop the bonnet, mate?
no worries. That's a young rock, isn't it?
I think she's already popped, yep. I did notice it up a little bit, but yeah. Oh, those struts are a bit stiff. All the common leaks in all the common places. Inlet manifold gaskets, power steering, they're all so common. So.
He hasn't possibly, wouldn't have moved it for 6 months at least, I suppose.
Yeah, yep. And look, a lot of this is, years and years of build up. That might take, 5 years, 3 to 5 years to build up all that. Yeah. Same as the rocker covers, that's inlet manifold gasket, and yeah, it takes years. So what you're seeing there looks it looks like a leak, but it's not even that bad.
Worse,
so
it looks worse than what it is, yeah.
That's exactly right, and it only takes a little bit to look like a lot. So still got the original cover on it even. I think I've still got a couple of these in my shed.
Oh yeah.
So the original covers, everybody used to take them off straight away. And it's funny to see the original airbox on it too, because everybody used to, all the young blokes when they get these cars back in the day, they'd rip them off, rip the airboxes out and put the pod filters in, or they'd put the cold air induction kits in.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember talking to a bloke years ago at a Wreckers, and he said he's now selling these airboxes, factory standard airboxes, for 80, 90 bucks every day of the week. So very cool, very cool. I'm nearly tempted to buy it, and bloody, like, I love VR Commodores. It's one of my first cars. So what were you sort of thinking for it, Flip?
I had no idea, to be honest. I was going to send it to the record. They only give you a couple hundred of that.
That's, yeah, they don't do much, unfortunately, so it's definitely, just realising, oh, I made it worse. May 96, and in the VIN, 6H8 VS. So it's not a VR, it's a VS. There we go, VS Commodore. Because the VS Commodores come out in 96 onwards. So VRs come out from about 93, ran through to 96. So, and then you had your VTs coming out in 98, and then VX through to 2000, Olympic edition. And then VY come out in about 2001, 2003, I can't remember. Ran through to about 2006 until they brought the VE out with the VZ in between.
This afternoon.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, well, I'll give you some cash for it. What about if I flicked you? We've got all the tools we need. We've got fuel, we've got battery, we've got jump pack, and whilst we've been gone, Flipper's been removing all the stuff out of the car, ready for us to take it. So, what do you reckon, Andrew? You driving my car or Flip's car?
No, I'm driving that one.
You want to drive this one?
Yeah.
Well, you be careful, mate. She's got a lot of power.
A lot of power.
A lot of power. She's a power demon. Don't you go putting that foot all the way down, will you?
Hang on.
You'll be hanging on for life. So I doubt it. Andrew's car's probably got more power than mine. Oh, poor old Commodore. I bet that thing in front of us has got a bit of bite though. She's going to be mighty loud. No exhaust.
Yeah, it's going to be loud.
So it's going to be a fun trip home. So anyway, let's get our stuff out of the car, and let's see if we can get the old VS Commodore started up. Let's just see how loud it is. And you can fire him up if you want, Flip.
Just turn it over now.
Yeah, turn him over, mate. She should go. Oh, hang on, just hold up for a sec. We've lost a bit of connection, I think. We'll just tighten that terminal and we'll give him another try. Righto, try there, Flip. Yep. Oh, not enough juice in him. We'll try the other jump pack, mate. He's alive. He's alive. That exhaust is not too bad.
Yeah, it's no louder than mine.
Hey? What?
Yeah.
What did you say? Nah, that's all right. That's not bad at all. Now let's just we'll keep it running for a minute. Oh, there she goes. She died. I was just going to say, because these are electronic fuel pumps, so we're going to have some sort of charge in that battery. If the alternator's not charging, there's going to be some sort of charge in that battery to keep the fuel pump going and keep the motor running. So we'll give him another kick in the guts there, Flip. See if we can get him going again, mate. Nothing?
No.
I'll tighten those terminals again. Oh, we've got a red light. Hang on. Say she's got a bit of stale fuel in there.
Yeah.
So we'll just dump a bit of fuel down the neck, a bit of fresh fuel, and we'll give it another crack. So there we go this time. That sounds better. Let the cable go, set it idle. Heaps better. It's got that little bit of a miss, but a lot better, lot better. Rightio, let's just see what happens again, shall we? So we just put a new battery in it and took the old one out. It's running a lot better, but guess what? That alternator just caught fire. See if it does it again. Smell it? You can smell the electrical burn. I don't think it's going to do it again. A little flame right in there before. I should have brought the multimeter, see if it was still charging. I don't think it's going to do it.
Looks a bit fine now, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe it fried itself before. The only way you'd know is with a multimeter. See if it's actually throwing out charge. Alright, she's good to go. So that's why it was dying before, because it was a completely flat battery and the fuel pump needs power to run it. So no battery power, no fuel pump, the car just kept cutting out. So anyway, let's pack up our gear and let's double check that one more time. No fire in there, Flip. She looks good, mate. We're just moving the my Commodore, my new Commodore, well, my old Commodore, I've had it for a couple of years now, and we're going to move my new Commodore, the old one, out onto the front lawn of Flip's there, and we're just going to give it a really quick bath because it's covered in dust. It's got an inch of dust. It's been sitting for 6 months. As you've seen, we had a bit of a time getting it started, or getting it, not so much started, but just keeping it running, just because of that battery. So yeah, we'll put the cover back on. Always handy to have your cover on. Look, we'll get it out on the front lawn though and give it a bit of a bath, a bit of a wash. Thanks, Andrew. Got me gun and me cover.
Not putting the cover back on?
Nah, not the engine cover. I thought you meant this cover.
Yeah, no. Cover, mate.
Oh dear. So we'll pull it out, give it a bath, and then we're going to get it home. Oh, listen to that idle. Bob, 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 bob. You know why? There we go. She's going to be a loud drive home, Andrew. Let's throw this in the back seat. Ugh. I've got a bit of cleaning to do. Oh, even more now we put this exhaust in here. So, look at it. Bit of loving, bit of TLC, bit of elbow grease. We'll bring it back to life. You know what's interesting too? The roof lining, oh, I was going to say it hasn't been sagged. It sort of has at the back there. But there you go. Most of the time you see them all ballooned down, sagged. Not bad. Let's pack all this stuff in. Let's give it a bath. There's a bit of a top up in the radiator before we wash it.
I didn't take much.
Not at all. Water and oil though, two most important things. I checked the oil, she's good. I got some water in it. We need some windscreen water too, of course, for the ride home. There she is, a little bit more on the radiator. Now we can blast it. Full power. Cool, look at the stream. Yeah. Oh, nah, we blew a seal. Look out, now we're in business. Go Andrew. Giving it a quick wash. Where's your bikini, mate? Bit cold for that.
You don't want to be filming that.
Left-handed scrubber. It's actually working better than I expected. Just get the window, that's the main one. So sitting for 6 months, Flip. Thereabouts, yep. She needs a good tub. get all the windows. This is extremely hard with the left hand. And the back window. Oops, scratching the Juco. We've got all the pressure washer at home. We've got all the bubbly, all the soap, all the degreaser. We've got everything. So she's going to look like $1 million by the time we get it home. It's going to be loving life again. I'll tell you what, that looks like a brand new car, Andrew. Got to get rid of your Ford Ute now. Get a Commodore again. Very, very nice. Very good, very good. We can see out the windows now. So we'll get home, and as I said, we'll clean it up a little bit further. So we'll pack up what we're doing here and we'll start the trip home. Alrighty, so here we are out on the open road. Life is a highway and we're living it, so look out. I tell you what, it runs really smooth too. You know, it hasn't got all the creature comforts that the VE Commodore does, the one that I own, that's behind me right now. But look, she's still running like a gem, and it's exactly how I used to remember driving my old VR Commodore, like how it used to feel anyway. So look out, we've got the speed alert. We're not set on anything at the moment. Let's put it on 110. So I don't even know if she'll get up to it. Let's try. Whoa, sideways, loves it. Andrew will be laughing his head off right now. Oh dear, and I've only got 2 fingers on the wheel, of course. So we're going to go see a race course up here too in a second, I'm pretty certain. Andrew was saying to me, he goes, oh, remember to keep an eye out for the race course. Ew, sticky window winders. Andrew said be sure to keep an eye out for the race course when we get up here, Luke. And look, I've had it mapped out, pinned out for years. I've just not done anything about it, and I've not approached any owners or anything about it yet. So I can't even remember driving past it. And to be honest, I can barely even see out these windows. They're horribly dirty. Let's see if the windscreen wipers work. They are slow as anything. Oh no! Oh, quick, get the sticky handle back up again. Oh, yuck. Get a bit of water to clean the hands off. That is disgusting. Now I can't see it all. What have I done? Oh dear. I don't know whether to put more water on or less water on. I shouldn't have done that at all. It's horrible. And now we can't see the race course. Righto, let's do it. We've cleared the window. Let's get 100 Ks on the dash. Nearly. Oh, and he's there. 100 Ks with a flat tyre. And a bald wheel. Oh dear, it's sketchy and on a gravel road. I'm too scared to touch anything too. I want to turn the radio on, see if it works, but I'm too scared to touch anything. We had the alternator catch on fire before in Flip's driveway. We've just wrecked the window. We can't see, or we can now, thank God. But look, we just won't touch anything. We'll just touch the steering wheel, get ourselves home, and see if we can't get into too much trouble on the way. Oh dear, things you do. Go baby, go baby, go baby, go. That's not even foot flat either. Whoa, what a powerhouse. And look at Andrew, he can barely even keep up with me. So what a machine. Whoop, over speed, over 110. Let's do it again. That is awesome. You know, my Nana and Pa had one of these cars too, and I always used to love watching that overspeed alert when my Pa was driving. He'd always set it up high and try and make it go off just like I did. I wonder where I learned it from. So anyway, really cool. She's humming along nicely. They're doing 100 Ks. It's got a fair wobble in the front and the back end, but that's no doubt due to some old tired, worn bushes, and also some really bad tyres on the back that are half flat too. So it's expected, and look, I'm fully prepared to get it all fixed up and make this into a good car for someone in future. So, and that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you as I go. So anyway, keep going, 100 Ks. Look, there's my old house, 100 Ks, and look, we're nearly home. We'll see you in the backyard. All right, so we're on the home stretch, and look out, we just passed the cop car. Not that we're doing anything wrong, this thing is registered. However, Look at the state of it. I mean, we can't even see out the front window. And the poor old windscreen wipers nearly gave up the ghost. They're barely even working anymore. Well, actually, maybe they're working somewhat better than what they were just a second ago. So here we are, we've made it home. Don't mind the messy cubby house. We're in the process of pulling it down because, as some will be aware, we're getting a bigger shed very soon. So, what am I doing? I don't want to put this right here. Let's move it to where it needs to be. Let's jump out and take a look at it. And let's just make sure that alternator hasn't caught on fire again on the way home. Do I want it here? What about here? Oh, maybe not. Andrew's just watching me laughing. What about if I want it here? What about here or here, here? Maybe, oh no, maybe I'll put it back. We're supposed to be checking the alternator. Andrew's, you silly bugger. Oh dear, righto. Stop showing off, stop mucking around. It's not me at all. Alright, look at the marks someone just left on the grass. I think it was Andrew. I don't like mowing them, no. And I had to see if it had much power left after the journey home.
Oh, right. You won't put the skid marks up the gravel.
I did not mean that. I did not mean that. I really didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't mean it. I was only pinching it with the left hand too, left finger. And that's the wheel that spun though, and you can see why. She's
both wheels.
Was it both?
Yeah, both wheels.
Julie's.
No.
Twin spinner, I didn't mean that. But that one is as bald as a baby's head. And funnily enough, did you see the cops? Of course you've seen the cops.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll go the back way. We won't see the cops. What do we run into?
You know what they say? Don't ever go the back roads. Like, you know, remember those ads that were out? Like, you think you're safe going the back roads? Well, you're not. The cops are waiting for you.
Yeah,
they were too.
They were.
The ads were right. Funnily enough, though, they didn't give me a second look. They just must have thought, oh, look at this young bloke, a young, honest man in a brand new car. And that's the thing. It's got registration plates on it. We weren't doing anything wrong.
If you didn't
So,
have the plates on it, it would have got pulled over.
100%. If we didn't give it a bath before we left Flips, I reckon we would have got pulled over.
Yeah.
I can barely use the windscreen wipers too. I shouldn't have used them. We're coming off that gravel road from Flips there.
Don't work.
Well, I put the washers on, put the wipers on, it just smeared. I couldn't see nothing. So I think, yeah, look, I think
I wonder if it's not white paint. Bloody hell.
they got no lead edge on them whatsoever. No wonder they're smearing.
Crack in the windscreen.
There is a slight crack, yeah. So new wipers needed. There's an expense. Can you tuck that one down a little bit more, Andrew? Sorry, I'm going to pop the bonnet. Let's see if the starter motor, or alternator, sorry, survived the trip home.
Still smoking.
Oh, it smells a bit under there, doesn't it? Urgh. Well, it's no blacker than what it was.
No, it's probably alright.
Should we get the multimeter and test it, see if it works? Yeah, let's do it. Just for fun. We'll see if the alternator's still charging the battery after it caught on fire.
Well, you'll soon know.
Alright, this is going to be an interesting test, I reckon. We're going to change him, because we were on continuity there the other day. So we've got to change him over to voltage, and let's just check the volt of the battery first, because this is about 12.8 when I put it on. Yeah, so she's still alive, no worries, 12.3. Anything under that is going to struggle to start the car. So no wonder it's still starting up, no worries. Now let's see if it's charging up. No, it's not charging. There's no way. There is no way.
11.8.
Yeah, there's no way that alternator's doing its job. If that alternator was working, we'd see about 14 and a half, 14.4 thereabouts of reading up on the multimeter. So, bugger! It's flattening my battery every time it starts up and runs, because the fuel pump runs off the battery, and without the alternator putting charge back into the battery, it's slowly going to kill it. Watch this, as soon as Andrew takes that lead off, she'll die.
Yeah.
Because it needs that power.
Yeah, the alternator's knackered.
So, new alternator, new back tyres, new exhaust, new windscreen wipers, a bloody good bath, a really good cut and polish. We need to fix the exhaust. We've got a bit of work to do. So we are also going to take the plates off for Flip, hand them back into Vic Roads, because the rego runs out in a week's time. So I don't want the registration on it. I can live without it. It's going to be a project car that sits here. And look, it's going to be, as I said, something different to show on video. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We've got a lot of work to do here and a lot of fun in future. And look, I look forward to sharing as we go. So cheers, happy hunting. We'll see you on the next one.